Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of LTAI, where we talk about anything and everything. Today, we're going to have a discussion on the topic, should schools teach comprehensive sex education or leave it to parents? I'm Jillian, your host for today. Joining me here is Ruben.
Yes. Thank you.
Naza.
Okay. So let me start
Nazar.
with Ruben.
Why would you start with me? Why?
Because you have the mic.
Well, look,
Ruben,
fair.
should schools teach comprehensive sex education or leave it to parents? What's your take on that?
Okay. School should, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the problem here is the comprehensive. How comprehensive are we talking? Because if you do go into the details, that's when we have things like the Kama Sutra, the positions, he has to be pleased, she has to be pleased. This is what sex education is all about. That sex is not just for procreation, it's also for enjoyment. You know, things like that. Those kind of things could come up
Okay.
as teachers may feel fit to teach it. So, like I said, the problem is the comprehensiveness of it.
Okay.
How comprehensive should it be? But I think it's also depending on which level of education they are getting it at. I think it should be standardized in secondary school, since that's when we have a lot of
Active teenagers and all
puberty
that.
is hitting
Puberty
heavy.
hitting.
You know, you're figuring out, I like this girl, or I like this guy. You know, you're seeing what you like. So in different spheres of education, like I said, in the secondary school, where different people already know what they like, and they're exploring, and some people have already been a lot more mature
So you're saying
before puberty hits.
Okay.
You
So
get-
you're
they
saying
already-
that it should be schools, not parents. Is that what you're saying? Should be schools.
it could be both, but I'm just saying, you know, some, like, now that we're in Africa, in
Africa, parents don't really do that.
parents don't really say much. They don't talk much. You don't have a parent sitting down and be like, let's talk about the birds and the bees. You know, no, nobody's doing that.
Okay.
When you find out that you can get pregnant, at that point you'll sit down and say, why did you do it? And then the conversation comes up, you know, because it's not all African parents that will do it, both Nigerian and Ghanaian, as far as I can tell. So I feel schools should take it. You know,
Schools should take it.
in
Okay.
liberty to do it. But the problem will now be the
Your
comprehensiveness.
comprehensiveness. All right.
You know, if you go too deep, you might arouse an interest that want to make them check.
All right.
Rather than, but then it's actually
It's
it's
50-50
50-50. It's not something you can.
50-50 for you.
It's 50-50. Yeah.
All right.
Since parents don't, then I feel
Schools should
school
take that
should
on.
take it on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to Naza. Naza girl, talk
Dear
to me.
Naza.
What do you think? Should it be should schools be teaching that comprehensive sex education, or parents should just do that?
So I believe in school, although the parents have more role to play in teaching the children about that stuff, the school also has a role to play in the biology aspects. Yes, because the school has more knowledge and understanding on biology generally. The parents might not really tell you how this menstruation stuff happens in detail, like the whole ovulation, the eggs, and for the guys, their own process as well. They might not tell you in details, but they might tell you from what they know or their own experiences that this will happen and that will happen. But I believe the school has a role to play as well, in the sense or as per the biological aspects, what changes your body might be going through. But I believe it's mainly a parent's job to train their
Mainly
children.
a parent's job.
Yeah, that's like the thing word there is mainly. Because Bible says, train up a child in the way you should go, and when you go, you will not depart from it. Yes. So from the little stage, of course, children are very, very curious. Even actually more curious.
Right from the young stage,
Exactly.
yeah.
Even more curious than teenagers. Teenagers might not want to ask you those questions because most teenagers are on the rebellious stage or phase of their lives where they try to act like they are grown-ups now. You don't have to tell them what to do and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's a lot better that you try to inculcate in your children the truth. Not if you touch a boy, you become pregnant. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
You see. So you want to tell them the actual truth, the things
The actual truth on
that
that.
actually go on. So I will say my personal experience. My mom had taught me, like I knew at like age 5 about menstruation. I had read books about this. So when it started, I was ready for it. You see, so that's the importance of the parents
The
or the mom or
parents.
the dad at home. And then for the dad helps on the girl side. The dad helps the girl to be able to understand guys as well. Tell them the truth that guys have, if you dress in a particular way, because these guys are also growing,
They
they have
just
a
want to
tendency,
prey on you.
exactly,
And all
they
that.
have this lustful desire and stuff like that. So that's where the dad also comes in, teaching the girl about that. On the guy side, the mom tells the guy that, you have to be careful, you have to learn to overcome this temptation of wanting to sleep around just because you are experiencing new changes in your body and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because we will not deny it. No one is a log of wood that will just say that, oh, I don't have all those feelings and stuff like that. But it's something you have to learn to control until you get married.
Okay.
That is the actual way it should be done.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what people are saying now. Oh, come on, no one's a virgin and stuff like that. No, the actual thing is you should learn to keep yourself until you get married.
Okay.
Yeah. So if the parents and the teachers, but mainly the parents, are able to
Okay, so yours is
inculcate-
mainly the parents,
Yes.
yours is mainly the teachers. Or yours is 50-50.
That's just
50-50. Okay,
Yeah.
go on.
So if the parents and then the teachers are able to inculcate in the children these values, that these are the ways to go over or maneuver these phases, because it's a phase. It's not every time that your, let's say, sex drive is on the rise. It's like something like ovulation like this.
Yeah.
We are being told that when you're ovulating, you are easily, is it turned on? Yeah, as you're easily aroused. So you have to learn how to maneuver during that phase instead of just giving into it and saying, oh well, everyone is doing it, that's how I am, it's just a human process and stuff like that. And also in part of the sex education, you also be taught the sexual transmitted diseases.
Yeah.
We taught
Yeah, I think that one, it was really in a lot of books.
Exactly.
They did talk or teach that.
exactly. So people should not be told that, oh, don't inculcate the fear into children that if you sleep around you get STD. But tell them the benefit of not sleeping around as a benefit in the long line, in the future, like when it comes like future terms. Yeah, so
That's your take on
yeah.
it? Okay. So then let me ask both of you this question. Was your experience with sex education in school, like how was your experience? What was your experience what was your experience with sex education in school? Was it helpful or was it lacking? Ruben, what was yours?
We all got the basic biology strip. We got that one. We got the whole, the male testes, when you're going through puberty, we all got that one. And we got like the standard STDs, or what happens when you have HIV.
Yeah.
You know what happens when you have, actually I think it's just HIV we carry though.
Yeah, HIV that they told, HIV
It's
and
only,
AIDS.
it's
That
only
was what
HIV
they told
and
us.
AIDS. We didn't really go through the
We didn't go
remaining,
through
the whole
UTI or something.
gonorrhea, syphilis. You women get a lot of UTIs, like just
a lot. Even
just
by going to a public
just
urinal, you can get
being
it.
straight up UTI, and some people freak out just because they have it, and it's really not that deep. It's just a couple antibacterial meds and you're fine. It wasn't comprehensive, you see. But the issue is it wasn't. I think that was comprehensive enough as
Compressive
at
enough.
that time.
But you're a male, so most young males really got to know a lot of sex education from their friends. From their
Yeah.
friends who
Some guys who have
really,
tried it.
Some guys, not like the school or something. That's what I'm asking.
No.
Was it really, really helpful or lacking?
It was.
It was helpful to a point.
That's what I'm saying. At that point, just one, just two,
But then
just
what
three.
school you attend? Okay.
Just one, just two, just three. They did it well. Then when you now start getting into your senior years,
No one cares about that.
they feel they've told you enough cautionary tales for you to adhere, for you not to dabble in. But honestly, some people were curious, and
People were curious,
some
eh?
women were looking nice, and they both agreed that they want to do what in God's good name they decided to do. And that shocked me. I didn't believe that people were actually having sex in secondary school. But apparently they were. So there was that. It wasn't. It worked as fine as it could. So I feel it could have been a lot more comprehensive as we're growing in years. But there has to be also a limit to it, so you don't get like bright ideas.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure some of us knew the whole word doggy from word of mouth or watching something. It's not like as if
now to social media and the TV, you can't now everything almost everything has some sort of
sexual nuance to it.
or let me say, should I say negative aspects of sex? I don't know how to put it, but almost everything has that. Children, like, it's crazy. You see a child 8,
everybody
7,
basically knows the do
so
right
like,
now. So honestly, I don't think there's any need for the bird and the bees from parents, but there needs to be a comprehensive shift from the school to actively teach that, look, this is what happens, this is what's happening. And sometimes some molestations do happen in school. Sometimes it might be unintentional. Like sometimes you might just.
Wait, is that what? There might be what?
There might be some molestations in school, and sometimes it might also be unintentional. Like I want to slap this girl, mistakenly she moves up and I hit her boobs, and then she goes to tell that I molested her. And I said, I'm just deaf your light, and I basically hit
the lady parts.
Your lady parts, and now you feel wronged. You feel there's that. So you need to talk to them about it and make sure that it's also a safe space, so that in case if they are seeing some signs from some people, they could actually just come to you as some sort of counselor and then tell you, oh, okay, can you help? I feel like this, I feel like this, I feel like this. This is what happened. This is, because if you talk to someone about that, like now, you'll be able to approach them, where to start. Rather than when your school does not have that comprehensively and you say, oh, there's a school counselor, and you'll be like, oh, I was touched wrongly. Nah.
The school counselors are not even doing anything good now. Wait, Naza, you said it should be more on the school side or the parents. The parents. But in a part of the world, do you really think that our parents are doing a good job with that? With a comprehensive, like, say, let's talk on a large scale. Maybe yours did great, but...
So, to be very honest, African parents are doing poorly.
Very poor.
Honestly, very poorly.
Can you imagine that now they don't even in some homes it's forbidden to say the word penis. It's forbidden to say the word vagina. But that is what it's called. And how would you know if a child?
It's not. It's not even about the families. It's something I've noticed as growing up. I found out a lot of people are a lot more used to saying dick and pussy, which are the wrong words. They're the what's the word? They're the curse word versions of penis and vagina. When you say penis, everybody's scrunching. If you say vagina, the girl will be like, what's that? What's that?
This is crazy.
Pussy, and she'd be like, oh hey, are you so.
But you get it. Like that's what I was saying. Like, do you think? Like, what do you think? Go on. So, Ruben said earlier about how I think what you guys were discussing how more people are likely to ask their friends or to find out this
from their friends more than their parents. Teachers.
And this, I'll put the blame on the parents because if a parent has cultivated the art of creating a safe space for the child where the child is able to fill you in on activities going on in their daily life, you wouldn't have a child want to seek out information.
I agree.
From a peer.
Yeah.
Or peer. So something like, and it starts from childhood.
It starts from childhood.
Yes, because you see,
you see children when they are playing, they go and hug. They don't have that notion, but it's just like a friendly hug. These some parents, don't do that again.
And not only that, like let's say when a child comes back from school, the children are very innocent. Bible says you should actually be like them. So children are very innocent. They come to you and then they want to tell you how their day went, want to show you their new friend. If the parent has this habit of showing their friend their children away and like, I'm busy, I can't talk to you right now, go and hang out with your friends, you are pushing them away from creating that space And then what happens eventually is that along the line, when the children have become teenagers and become young adults, it's now the parents want to now try to find out what's going on in the child's life. And the child has already become independent emotionally. So there's no reason why the child now wants to now come to you and tell you what's going on. So that is the mistake or the error of the parents. But I believe that we, like this generation, because we know these things, we are learning from our parents' mistake. We will actually become a lot better parents than our own parents.
Yeah, we would.
I know of this guy is like in their house. It's kind of like taboo to talk about this stuff.
Yes.
He's older than me.
Yes.
And then for some reason something got out, and then we now came to realize that he had actually had some conversations, or like what kind of friends was hanging out with. Bible says that do not be deceived. Bad character corrupts good manners. So because this guy is naive and he's in the middle, he's very neutral. So he's more likely to take in stuff that anybody is bringing towards him, like spirit man and all. So before we knew it, this guy started talking like his friends, got the girl's number and started like sexual talk with her on the phone. But because his parents had not, this guy's older than me, so because his parents had not like inculcated and sat him down and talked about these things, you see that he was getting information from outside, and that it became like a problem because this is a person that his mind is already matured. How is he now going to start trying to break down this wall he has already built as per how to behave and stuff like that? Which is why I believe is very important for parents, because the teachers are not there with you every time. The teachers, they have school hours, probably from 7 to like let's say 3 p.m. and that's it. You don't see them weekends, you don't see them holidays. So you're not able to supervise the growth of the child, which is what the parents are actually there for. The teachers are just there to help during that time period, to actually observe too. And that's why the teachers are supposed to give reports to the parents.
You said teachers are supposed to give reports to parents.
To the parents.
They do that at the end of the term or semester. It's written.
No, not. I don't mean like I don't mean like academic, like behavioral. Not just your
there's
child
a section
is stubborn
for
in
that.
school.
No, there's a section for that.
It's not in every school.
Okay.
Some of them are just like, your child did very well in school, she passed her exam, but like behavior, you really find teachers. I've heard stories. You really find teachers that are interested in your well-being, not just academically.
No, they don't. These days,
exactly.
These days they don't.
They are like,
teachers
I'm not paid enough for that.
Getting paid.
Exactly. They're like, I'm not paid enough for that.
I didn't even getting paid
exactly.
for that.
So that's what the parents are supposed to do, which a lot of parents are not doing. So that's why you have children that will just grow up and then you just see them trying to find out stuff for themselves. If the parents knew, first of all, that don't show your children in the whatever questions they, even if they come to you, let's say my child comes to you today and tells me, oh, a boy told me that he likes me, then you now sit her down, talk to her in love, not what is that? Is that what I told you? No,
don't do that,
because you keep on talking that way and your child grows up like, oh well, I can't talk to my parents about this stuff.
She's going to react this way.
They're going to be mad at me.
React that way.
And some parents will see it as, why to tell me I gave birth to you.
Exactly.
Blah. And not that topic is our parents, so but it has a very huge impact on sex education and then the child as well, the upbringing. So if these parents would just drop that pride away and drop that attitude away and actually want to create that safe space for their children, you won't have children that will try to find information from gutter. That's how I put it. This information that is not the truth. People will tell you, oh yeah, you are a man. If you are reached 18 and you have not yet slept with like 3 girls, you are not a man. Are you man enough? If you're a girl,
do you know that
actually
parents who give their children like, hey, I was watching this thing one time, this thing on YouTube where a woman said she doesn't mind telling her child to she didn't say it directly, but I don't remember the exact way she said it. But it looked like she wouldn't mind if her child goes around sleeping with men. Anyhow.
And that's the problem. We have
and she's
like
grown, like among the
that.
panel. Like I'm like, how old are you? Why are you?
We have parents like that. And before that, these parents from their it's more like a generational problem. If these parents didn't fix their own, they
she's
dump
married
it,
actually.
Exactly. They will not dump it on the next generation and dump to the next generation. So we that are more aware, of this or these issues, of these things. I've taken it upon myself. Whatever my parents had done, whatever mistakes they had made, so like they've come to,
They made it aware to you
yes,
that this is
these
the
are
mistakes I made, and this
my
and this
desire
and this.
is that you become better than me. So it
That's
might
a
feel
reference,
like a burden, but because I've got the Holy Spirit, it's not a burden for me. I'm able to walk through this. But my what I've decided to do is that I'm going to be a better parent to my own children. Whatever it is that, whatever wound, whatever trauma, or whatever it is, I'm willing to get them fixed, so that my children don't have to deal with. Because some parents that will just not treat their children, some parents
No
that they
way.
just leave their children anyhow. And when you speak with them over a while, you realize that their own parents abandoned them, they have some hurt. It's just piling up for the next generation, and it's killing. Like, we keep on going worse, God forbid, but it keeps going worse. And that's if a lot of people start waking up to this reality, we won't have to now leave children to the streets to go and
But
figure out for themselves.
Yeah, but if parents are, I just feel like parents themselves, because how do I even put how I want to say it? I feel like because could it be that some parents are not even self-aware? Is that the right word to use of like sex ed enough to teach their children on? Ruben, what do you think?
That's a good point, truly, because
Some of them are actually not so really aware on sex education.
people
Most of them are
just
not.
stick to sex as baby making. That's what it is. But in this day and age where there are a lot more nuances to sex,
A lot more nuances, because some parents don't also teach their children like self-control. I'm telling you, as soon as my sons reach, like, let's say, their early teens, I'm going to let them watch Paternity Court. Instead of nonsense that's going on there, if you don't control yourself, the kind of woman you would attract in case there's a baby, like all these things that could happen, I'm going to let them watch it, because I know sometimes children don't also listen to their parents.
Yeah. So like they say, experience is the best teacher.
But who is getting the experience? If the parent doesn't have enough experience, how? When Naza, you disagree with experience is the best teacher?
Yes,
Why do you disagree with Ruben's point?
Because if you say experience is the best teacher, that means you're saying that you're willing to use your life to
Willing to like what?
use your life yourself, to have to go through all those experiences, heal from them before you now realize that a lesson was learned from you. People's sorry,
finish, don't worry.
it is a lot better to learn or to ask, to seek the guidance of the Holy Spirit. It's better that you read your Bible, because for example, the book of Proverbs, the amount of things that were written there will avoid you so much in life generally than you having to experience it and saying, okay, I was taught well. It will avoid you something like the Bible says that I have paid attention to your word, and that has helped me to stay pure. So I can't really remember, but something like that, paraphrasing it. I think that was the book of Psalms. So if you are going to say that I want to sleep around to see what's the harm in it, everyone is doing it, why would you want to use your own life to now say, okay, let me go and see how sex is and all of that, and then now have to heal from it, the pain of it, which healing is not one day miracle healing. It will take a while for it to, before that man say, okay, I've learned the lesson from this. It's not a wise thing to do. So experience is not the best teacher. The Holy Spirit is the best teacher.
Okay, Ruben, what do you have to say on that? Ruben, why are you coughing?
Nothing. I think apple. So the issue is, she said experience is not the best teacher.
Okay.
Nobody said just your experience. I never said my experience. I never said personal experience. I just said experience is the best teacher. There's nothing new under the sun. Meaning most of or half of whatever we're going through right now has happened before in the days of old or in the days of new. And from there, that's when you can now figure out what is wrong, what is right.
Yeah.
So generally, even if it's not your experience is the best teacher. As you said, to the Holy Spirit is also the best teacher. That's fine.
You can't have two bests. You can't have to be. So experience is a good teacher or is a teacher. Is among one of the teachers.
The Holy Spirit won't tell you something that you low-key do not know.
The Holy Spirit knows all things, teaches you
That
all
is
things.
the thing, that everything that's been taught has happened, which means it's an experience.
No?
Okay.
Anyway, let's continue. Where are we in the sex education?
Oh, no, it's fine. Bottom line is, depending on how comprehensive the schools want to be, they should know how comprehensive they should be. And parents have a part to play, as Nazar said.
Yeah, parents have a huge part to play.
Because
In my
you
opinion,
cannot
I think
decide-
in my opinion, it's a parent's job.
You cannot decide to
It's a parent's
bump
job,
out
because
a
that is
kid
your child.
and then
You
decide.
should know your child.
You know?
You should teach your child that
No,
this.
you don't.
No, I'm telling you. Hey, I remember I had a talk with back in Sem 1. Like it was a girl. Like we just met and we were talking, like the girls in the class. And then I asked this question that what did your parents teach you about menstruation or about period or something? Hey, it will shock you. Some girls were like, as soon as they had their first period, the first thing their moms said said was, now you've had your period, if you have sex, you get pregnant, so don't have sex, don't do this, da 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 da, da, just like that.
It's similar
They
to
did
not
not-
talk to man, and they went to invite your
That's
husband.
the thing. Don't talk to a man. That's what they do.
You just
That's what they
spawn,
do. Like,
you know.
don't talk to a man. Don't do this. Don't teach them about the female anatomy. This is this. This is that. This is this.
My parents legit told me that I shouldn't have male friends. I wrote a paragraph.
So true.
I
Did they tell you about female
oh my
friends?
god. I had to explain to them the importance.
I want to ask him. Did they?
Of course not.
They didn't tell you.
I was with
I
women
remember,
everywhere.
even till date. Let my mom see me talking to a guy.
I didn't even want to associate with women until like my senior high, because women were annoyances to me. Like, I'm serious. I just see a woman pull up and I'm like, what trouble is she bound to bring now?
So to you, women are
As
trouble.
that's what I'm saying. That was like my junior high, and then I don't know,
junior
something
high, okay.
snapped in me in senior high, and I started, I like women. I like being around them. They have things I do not have, and they're bound to surprise me with whatever they have. And then I started exploring. Oh, I want to talk to that girl. She sounds nice. I want to talk to that one. She looks nice. I want to talk to that one. It's not lip gloss. That looks nice on her. It was all in all. I just started talking to a lot of women. My mom saw me talking to a lot of women in church, and she didn't really trip about it because she knew me. I was platonic as they can be.
Yeah.
Because I'm talking to this one, like 10 of them.
Just like
And-
socializing.
yeah,
and all
exactly.
that.
And I'm combining, you come. Let's come meet my friend. Let's talk. Oh, okay. This is what you do, So everybody was fine. My parents didn't tell me not to talk to women.
Okay, Nazar.
As for my own. I was at a point, because me, one was his childhood though, and this has been the order of my life. I have more male friends than female friends. I can have like 2, and in the midst of that, I have like, let's say like 5, 6, 7 male friends. It has just been like that. Even when I have like a circle of female friends talking, you won't see me there. I'm probably the guy talking about maybe a Marvel movie or something. Those ones are fun for me. It has always been like the way I'd always been, but it became a problem. So like the course I'm doing now is a guy's course. You have only like 2 girls in the class.
male-dominated
Exactly.
course.
So you cannot say that Nazar should be on this side of the world and all the male population should move to that side of the world. It's not possible.
Like, don't they know how
Won't I
some
marry
females
again?
can also be toxic?
Hey,
Because
let's
I'm telling
not
my
go
whole
there,
life.
Jehovah.
See, no, not to see. Usually, I don't want to agree that fear women, no. But sometimes we women, sometimes I fear my fellow gender. Hey, a woman can do something to you, eh?
So here's where I balance it. There are good women, there are good men. There are bad women, there are bad men. Shikina. So for whatever case you meet a bad woman, do not generalize it and say women are this. You meet a bad guy, don't go and say men are scum.
Yeah.
Some men, see that SOME. It can save people a lot, but they don't know. Just put some men, because that's the truth. You see a lot of people saying men, they have just been abused though, or something didn't go well for them. They not generalize it. For me, I had to explain to my parents that it cannot be possible. That was like, I think that was the only time I ever openly disagreed with them, that it is impossible for me to not have male friends.
Yeah.
It just cannot work.
Yeah.
Because you cannot go and wake up one morning and tell me, Naza, where's your
we're
husband?
not same sex in this world. We're
Exactly.
mixed. We're mixed.
You can't come and wake up one morning and tell me, Naza, where's your husband? Will he spawn from above and drop on the ground for me?
But
Is
let me
it-
ask
is
you
it-
guys this follow-up question.
I beg you.
Let me ask you guys this follow-up question. So on this topic of like sex ed, you know what people are trying to reduce that has been so normalized in our world is teen pregnancies and sexually transmitted infections or diseases. Do you think that the effectiveness of this sex ed has decreased there or not? Let me start with you, Ruben. What do you think?
Yes.
It has reduced it.
In some
Now-
manner.
Now that HIV/AIDS is on the high,
No.
now that
You know,
teen pregnancies
it's-
are being normalized,
that's-
even on social media.
That's,
You
that's
see,
why I dragged
there's
it.
this
That's why I dragged it.
I'm a 22.
That's why I said it. You know, when it comes to there's a lot more sex going on than there used to be. A lot more.
People don't even believe in marriage again.
With
Of
the
course.
existence of virgins. Come on.
Marriages is for the strong. You see me a week.
Oh yeah, marriage
Bah.
is for the strong. Marriage is that's a beautiful thing.
strong.
People,
Great.
it's a beautiful.
Let the beauty be. That's
Okay,
fine.
so you answer my question now. The effectiveness.
Like I said,
of
it
sex
it
ed.
has because
What's
know
your
coming
evidence,
coming with
though?
our generation came with the rampancy of abortions, of
Yeah.
safe abortions.
Safe and unsafe.
There's always been unsafe, but now there's like safe. You know, you don't see people hemorrhaging and dying because of an abortion. Highest is the worst that can happen is okay, they can no longer they remove their entire ovaries because of complications. That's fine too. But you know, right there, if we now calculate the amount of teenage pregnancies, it has dropped because
Are you
now
sure?
they just pop them in the abortion clinic and they're good.
There's literally a trend.
No. Ruben.
I'm pretty sure it's
do
a
you-
lot lesser than older people because if you ask your grandparents,
Okay. No,
if you
wait.
do
wait,
ask your
No,
grandparents,
wait. Okay, I think
if you
our
ask your
No, but our
grandparents,
grandparents. Oh,
if you ask your
no,
grandparents,
I'm not going to lie. I feel like our
when
grandparents really had children early,
they had very early.
But that
Very
was,
early.
no, it was not a marriage.
but not all of them.
Okay.
Huh?
But
Some
that
of
was,
them-
was
some
not
people
like
have
majority
it
of them
before
in
they get
marriage.
the microphone. The microphone.
It's not like majority of them were like in marriage before they had like even if they married at 12.
I'm telling you.
But they-
I feel
like, they
our
were still
grandparents'
married.
era was wild.
Nah. I'm pretty
Well,
sure.
not
But,
as
I'm,
wild
I
as
don't
this
think
one.
there's.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people were like.
But
off
I feel like
marriage.
ours has been too normalized. In
Yes.
our
That's
the
generation, it
problem.
has been
That's the
too
problem.
normalized. That's why I feel like we are having sex eds now. So why is it not decreasing?
The
Why
fact
is
that
now-
the fact that in their own time, even if the people they were teenagers that were pregnant, they were not coming out to come and show forth the works of their hands. They were hiding it in caves and stuff.
Yeah.
But you have these people now that come and set camera with ring lights to come and show us that they've carried belly. And I'm like,
14,
where's your dignity?
14,
12,
13.
12. What then when I was following the sun? Whether it's
Having a child is a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing, yes.
we agree.
But we need to, Charlie.
and their bodies are not prepared to have
For
children
that. No,
at
no, no,
12.
no.
Oh,
No,
of course.
exactly.
Some of them don't even know they are pregnant though. Some of them like they are too
But they
young
knew when
to
they
know
open
more
leg.
about their bodies.
But they knew when they opened their leg.
That's the thing now. That's why I asked.
How?
That's why I asked that what do you think sex ed is doing? Is it decreasing it?
Nah, the
It's
people,
not decreasing
I
it.
think
It's
the
not
problem
doing
here.
anything. We need to do better. Teachers, parents, everyone. We need to do better.
The
Gone
problem
are
here
the
is those
days-
teaching the children the sex ed. If the teachers themselves, you know, there's some teachers that if they already have like, for lack of better words, mental problem, and they come to teach the children now, just be very much aware. They have done a course 90 job teaching those children about sex education. Now one day, the same thing with parents. If these parents don't even know for themselves much about sex
That was
education,
what I said. So
eh-heh.
do you think that most parents are really afraid?
So the problem is the parents and teachers have to teach themselves first before come to teach the children. You see?
Yeah.
So, and honestly, it's not just about a system where we just take children to school, teach them all these things. If God is not involved, I don't care how much you hold morals up, you will fall. That one is fact. That one is fact. No matter how much you hold your morals, if you don't have God, the morals are like good deeds without having God in the mix of
Let me
that
ask a
equation.
controversial question when you're
Okay.
done talking. Are you ready? Is everyone ready for the question? Do you think total abstinence is the best? That's a question. We're ready.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely.
Definitely. Sex is
Best in
stress.
what?
I'm never gonna lie. Sex is stress. The thinking of the aftermath is stress. The whole before self is stress.
Mm-hmm. The whole after is also stress.
If you just sit there in one corner and look at this bit, oh, I'm horny. Okay. Go and take a walk and you come back, go and shower, you good. I mean,
Man.
save yourself the entire pre, during, and post. You're fine.
Is costing now.
Is that?
Sherlock is now expensive.
Hey, diaper.
Papas,
but what was one thing that you guys wished you learned? That's the last question though. What was it
I
that
answered
you
the
wished you? Oh, okay. See, I forgot. Please.
She will say my same answer.
All of you agree to the point.
Yeah.
No.
All of you agree to the point.
No.
So let me-
there was something that he
okay,
said.
then let me ask. What did he say that you disagree on?
No, I
You don't. But you want to add on.
But
There was one part they said.
what? Which part?
Which part?
I have to say it again.
I don't know. I can't.
Forgot what he said.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah. So the part where he was saying something about how if you're horny now, but you just take a walk, you will come back to your senses. It proves how you shouldn't just act on your feelings that meant you're horny, then you find one girl and pasa.
Yeah.
Oh no! See. The
No, but
problem is
sometimes-
that thing is a lot more trickier than
See,
how
no,
I
sometimes even taking
phrased it though.
Guys, sometimes, see, I don't know, females, hey, when you're in your ovulation, oh my gosh. It's not every time that you take a walk that will help.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot more tricky. That's what I'm also telling her. It's a lot.
Yeah, but
It's a lot. It's a
every
lot
time
more
that
trickier
you take a
than
walk
that.
that will help, but that doesn't mean
It's
of
a
course,
lot
we'll
more
open it.
trickier than that.
Okay, last question. What do you think, or what do you wish, or what is it that you wished you were taught in school? Let's start with that. And also, what do you think that you wished your parents taught you about sex ed? So, who is going first?
Me, Ruben,
Naza,
go first. Me, Ruben.
let's go.
Okay. So for school first, Abi.
School first.
Okay.
What is it that you wish school taught you?
So I wish school also added the self-control factor, like teaching us how it is. First of all, that it's possible for someone rather to actually keep themselves till marriage. If you want to get married, it is like they should have added that one, that it's actually possible, because yes, it's possible.
Not everyone believes in waiting to marry. Some teachers don't. Some people don't. Some
That's why
people
I
were
say the
raised
problem
not
is from
to.
teachers and
Okay.
first of all.
Self,
The
first
teachers
of
are the problem. Yeah. So that's why I think the children, sorry, the
Yeah,
teachers,
the
should have-
teachers were lacking.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the parents.
and then for the parents, I would say, don't just
head up, my son.
tell your children what not to do. If you keep on
Yeah.
telling children, don't do this, where are they supposed to go? What path are they supposed to take? Because if you're just going to tell the girls, don't talk to boys, don't do this, well, they'll try and find some. They are curious. These are little children. They don't know what is no. So you might not even know when these girls start trying on themselves, because say, well, don't talk to guys. So well, girls is not a bad option, you know. Let's go in that direction, because they did not talk about girls, said about boys. So when you're telling them, make sure that you are expressive about, like, make sure that you
Everything.
tell them in details. Tell them, well,
The
there's
raw
the
thing, the
existence
truth.
of
Oh,
homosexuality. Tell them the existence of carrying
They have
belly.
to.
Yeah, because if
Ruben,
you just
I didn't say anything.
the same way, if you don't tell guys, if you just tell guys, don't, if you touch a girl, she can get pregnant. So you can't touch
Now
your
if you
fellow
do this,
guy. Exactly. So you can't touch your fellow guy, because, well, you know, there's no harm in that. Our parents will say, don't touch guys, because you're also a guy like them. So your parents be seeing two guys and thinking, oh, they are good friends, not knowing that they're also trying out on themselves,
Yeah,
because they are
that's true.
curious, because there's something that's starting up in them they're not being told about. So there's a chance. I'm not saying happens for everybody, but there's a chance of that. So I
Yeah.
believe when parents are teaching their children or correcting their children,
should
they
be
shouldn't just
more
say,
open.
don't do this, don't do
Yeah.
this, but tell them what they should do, what they should, or what path they should take. Not just do this thing, I don't like it. Encourage them in the right path.
In the right path. Ruben, talk to me.
I have nothing.
Parents and teachers, what they should have done, what you wish that was, what you wish your,
I already
the parents
okay,
had taught
fine.
you, what you wish
For
the
parents,
school had
nada,
taught you.
honestly, because I cannot imagine how that.
No, like what you wish like parents
And
did,
then
or
general-
general, they're no problem. It's all good.
Oh,
So you wish they don't do anything?
oh no, I'm just
Because
saying.
you were
For
saying
my
it's
parents,
50-50.
for my parents, I can't even imagine having that type of conversation with them.
That's the thing.
Honest to God. So the teachers should just do a lot more.
They should do a lot.
Whatever I
more.
collected inside the school was not comprehensive enough. Probably a little more comprehensiveness, and I think I'm good. So other than that, I think I'm fine. But
Yeah.
honestly, I learned the ropes eventually. So I think that's all right.
You want to say something? Go on.
So another thing that parents should also try to do is open themselves up for the children to be able to communicate with them
To talk to them
about the
on
changes in
anything.
their body, kind of people they are meeting. Like if a girl likes
That's
a
true.
guy,
Because even some adults
Exactly.
now.
so that you're able to say, "Oh, mommy, I like this guy. Daddy, I like this girl." Then you
Yeah,
tell
that's
them.
so. That's
it's
so.
a very,
Imagine
it's a
that's
very
so,
scary
imagine me
thing.
going to
Oh.
my ma. I think.
It's a
Please,
very
no.
scary thing, but it helps you also, like, your mind is a lot clearer because let's say you are in semester 1, you like which guy do you like? I thought I brought you here to come and study. Exactly. So let's say you've gotten a lot older, they now trust that you're more matured. They say that okay, can you able to like see what you should look out for in a guy. You yourself, you've also trained yourself to be a good person. Then they can now say, okay, like you can now bring the person home or something. But if you just keep on shunning the children away,
Yeah.
they'll figure out for that and then bring the problem back to you because now they pay school fees. Exactly.
That's the thing now. So, how do I address the viewers safe? Ruben,
Fellow
any
Ghanaians.
last words?
Fellow Ghanaians.
I should say fellow Ghanaian. Ruben, what do you have to say? Anything else?
No, nothing. I think we've all covered most of the bases that we can remember, and sex ed needs to improve highly.
Sex
in
ed
schools,
really, really needs to improve.
and
guys.
African parents need to kind
Do
of.
better. Do better. Talk, say the thing.
It's like
Say
women
that at
are
this age,
suffering
this
more
happens.
than the men
Oh,
in this
Charlie.
family business. But I know women, we cannot imagine talking to our fathers and be like, Father.
Women.
No, he said women.
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 Regardless. That's all we have for today.
Okay.
Thank you for.
I'm the host, boy.
Sorry.
I'm about to host Jillian tonight.
Okay.
It's
No, when you I took a while before I noticed this stuff. Okay.
Confusion,
That's
not
it
to
for
get the other one.
today. Okay, that's it for today. Join our conversations on our social media platforms on LTAI at LTAI on WhatsApp on our WhatsApp channels, Instagram, TikTok,
Spotify.
yes, and kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining today's episode. Bye.